What is up, my beautiful TGB family? My familia, my familista, my clan of beautiful looking people. I know what you all look like. I've looked at your bios, I've done background checks and all you sexy ass motherfuckers. You're all looking cute as hell. Especially you there, yeah you. Yeah, you're a cutie. Just keep hitting the F5 button on this video and I'll keep these compliments going. Oh, anyway, what's up people? Butchie here playing Max Payne multiplayer, as you can see. Multiplayer being that I'm playing against other people in an online functionality and we just murder each other. It's simulated murdering. This is really how I look. I am a black guy and I wear that kind of bandana. It's top edge simulation right here. This is my local school here, this map we're playing on. And this is a simulation of my final days of school when I went on a rampage with everybody and we started shooting the shit and killing bitches. Like crazy. That shit cray. I'm Santa Claus, motherfucker. Give up the milk and cookies. So I'm gonna give a few tips on Max Payne, I suppose, in case some of you guys do play and maybe you mightn't do as good, or if you're planning on playing this game. So I'm using akimbo pistols. Okay, maybe I should start off. Before you go into multiplayer, it's probably best idea to play the campaign. I played the campaign twice before I hopped on multiplayer. First time I used the soft lock functionality, which means when you aim, your crosshair will sort of lock onto somebody, and there's aim assist also if you're not already locked on. I played that first playthrough on the campaign. Second playthrough in the campaign I did free aim, which has zero aim assist whatsoever and lock on. Which in my opinion is actually easier, because when you're playing multiplayer and when you have that lock-on functionality, let's say you walk into a room and there could be two guys there and it, it might lock on. One guy could be facing you, one guy could have his back turned to you, so obviously you're gonna take out the guy facing you first because he's the more of a threat. But yeah, usually you lock onto the guy that's not a threat at all, and it's fucked up. So I just used the free aim. Have all the sensitivities turned up: horizontal sensitivity on 10, vertical sensitivity on 10, and aiming acceleration on 10. Because if you have aim and acceleration low, it's weird. How aim and acceleration works is because when you start to, let's say you go to aim to the left, it gradually builds up its speed to your top sensitivity. But if you have your aiming acceleration up to the top, you'll constantly be aiming at the same speed. It doesn't have to build up, which when you're building up, it's kind of hard to build, target somebody because you're aiming slow and then it starts to speed up, and then when it speeds up, you're off target. But if you're working with the same acceleration as your sensitivity, it should be all good in the hood. Weapon loadout wise, grenades, I do not have grenades in my class because your class is based on weight, and the heavier you are, the less stamina you have. And stamina in this game is actually kind of important, so you can run around and run away from a battle if you're losing. But don't use grenades because also they're not as effective. They're powerful, but not too many people do use them because you have to put away your weapons and you throw it and you have to take your weapons out, so you're exposed for maybe about 4 to 5 seconds. You're exposed, and I just don't like that. Weapons, I'm using the akimbo pistols. I have extended mags on them. In my opinion, the pistols are the best weapon in this game. As you can see, you have the little dot. There's no recoil, there's no bloom. When you're using SMGs, assault rifles, there's bloom and a lot of recoil. With the pistols, there's zero recoil, no bloom. It's just the range isn't amazing. They're more short to medium range than long range. But in my opinion, they're the best. I have extended mags on both of my handguns, so they're packing 25 rounds each. So I'm unloading 50 motherfucking bullets into people. So, I don't have to reload that often, even though I do. Reloading after each kill is kind of like a habit that I get into, which is kind of bad. But, I do it anyways, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so down in the right-hand corner, you may notice that you can see my little character dude. When that fills up red, that's your health. And to the right of that, you can see this blue gauge, as you will. And there are 1, 2, 3 tiers to that gauge now. That is kind of my kill streak. They're called bursts. So the kill streak or burst I'm using is called Trigger Happy. That's a melee. Melee is a one-hit kill, but you can't melee unless you're in the distance to melee somebody. You can't run around meleeing. You have to be standing right next to someone to melee. So there I used my burst there, so that is also your adrenaline bar. So if I trigger uh, bullet time, if I shoot dodge, that will run down my adrenaline in the bar gauge there to the right. But I can use it. So as you can see, there's like one section, the bottom section of trigger happy. I can activate that, and that gives me armor piercing rounds in my handguns for about 30 seconds to a minute, in and around that time. The second burst, if I initiate that, um, I get a light machine gun with like 100 rounds, and that has armor piercing bullets for about 30 seconds to a minute also, which is very effective. And if I launch the final burst, I get a grenade launcher and a Desert Eagle, which the grenade launcher I don't find too good. It's very hard to use, and the Desert Eagle is probably a lot better. Using a sniper rifle here, it's usually a one-shot kill, you know, anywhere from the torso. Uh, it's a kind of realistic. If you shoot somebody in the foot, they're not gonna die. You have to hit them in the torso or head to get the kill. I don't think there's ballistics. I don't think there's bullet drop. I don't know what happened here. I started just kind of bugging out, glitching, teabagging. I don't know. But I don't think there's ballistics when you fire your sniper rifle. I think it's, you know, it's a straight shot hit. What else is there? Of course, I'm using, as I said, the trigger happy burst, but there's a ton of different bursts you can use. Probably the most effective one I would find is health. If I get into a one-on-one battle with somebody, and you know the two of us are, you know, giving each other our all, I can trigger, and if I'm almost dead and he's almost dead, you know, I can trigger health and it'll kick my health back up again, and I can, you know, just finish off and loading bullets and get the kill. You may say it's kind of cheap. I don't know. I think it's effective because I don't usually use the bursts for trigger happy. Like I'm happy using my pistols all day, every day, um, and use my adrenaline for slow mo, because shoot dodging in this game is very effective. And it's weird how it works, because you're thinking, how does slow motion work in a multiplayer shooter? Well, the thing is, it only works in close proximity of your surroundings. So as you can see, I'm shooting at a guy there across the map. If he went into slow-mo, it wouldn't affect me at all. But see these people I'm standing next to, they're in a very close proximity. It would affect them. It would slow them down also if I had trigger my slow motion. Um, it's not a game breaker. It's actually an amazing feature to the game, how they got it working. It's kind of hard to explain. I'm sorry if it doesn't make sense. But if you're in very close proximity of somebody doing shoot dodge, you will also go into this bullet time slow-mo. And also, if somebody is looking at you in slow motion, they will also be triggered in slow motion to keep that kind of balance. So you're not in slow motion and the other person is, you know, running around fast. Um, the advantage of using bullet time is if I trigger bullet time on somebody, everybody has, you know, everybody's going slow. Everybody's shooting. How do I say this? The pace of shooting is slowed down also. But because I triggered the bullet time, my pace of shooting is slightly faster than everybody else's, so I get a tiny advantage. It's not a huge amount, it's just slightly faster, so that's the advantage of using bullet time. It's not a feature that you kind of want to be abusing, because you know you wouldn't want to be using it on every kill, because there are certain times where bullet time will save your ass, and if you've used it up on, you know, kills that it wasn't necessary, you know, you kind of you end up dying. You know, that was a waste of your bullet time and your adrenaline that you've saved up. Also, if you use your bursts, you trade your adrenaline for your bursts, so you have no bullet time. There, I bullet time that guy and get him. I don't know if I got this guy. Yeah, I got him. Bullet time is very effective. I have another gameplay. It's on another map where I was like, I hopped out a window and I bullet timed and killed the guy. Another guy comes up the stairs, I bullet timed back through the window and killed him. And I bullet timed out the window, and it's like, it's just crazy use of bullet time. Of course, the more kills you get, the more adrenaline. So I was just like, I bullet timed like 5 or 6 guys in a row. It was insane. They just kept running up to me. And I used it sparingly. If I had to use that on, you know, dumb kills, I would have got my ass ripped. The gameplay is about to come to a close. It's not amazing gameplay, but I got the top player spot, so I decided to post it. Also, I've kind of been a bit absent here on TGB. Well, I don't know if absent is just, I've had a lot of stuff on lately, and you know, Kevin approached me and says, you know, you got to send in something. And you know, I was thinking, you know, maybe I was thinking about giving up the whole you know, YouTube scene. And then I was thinking, you know, I got accepted into the TGB. You know, I took somebody else's potential place, let's just say. And for me to just throw that away, that that would be just a waste of, my time, and especially be a waste of TGB's time. And I don't think throwing away an opportunity like this would be wise because we are growing tremendously, and it's just a matter of me, getting back into making videos because I've kind of been neglecting my own channel too, but I'm gonna get back into the swing of things and start making more videos. And I hope you enjoyed and got some not so pro tips on Max Payne on how to play and stay alive. This has been Butchie. Peace out.